Yeah, hi guys. So here in detail we'll discuss about IIFT preparation strategy. So we have got 6 days left for IIFT, and in fact 5 days now. So I'll just tell you all the points quickly that what are the best point we should look for in IIFT preparation. Okay. So basically understand this IIFT exam is basically for two colleges. One is IIFT Delhi and IIFT Kolkata. Okay. So IIFT Kolkata is IIFT Delhi has got some 220 seats and IIFT Kolkata has got some 140 seats, right? So total this exam is for 360 seats. So 360 seats are there in this exam. There are some 220 for IIFT Delhi, and there is some 140 for IIFT Kolkata. Okay. Now these two are guys. In fact, the seats are less, I know, but these two are very good colleges. Okay, IIFT I'll consider in some top 15. Okay, that's how IIFT is important actually. Top 15 college of the country. Okay, very high packages, very good alumni base, very prestigious MBA college. This is actually IIFT. Okay, so now in IIFT, so basically the sections. There are basically 4 sections here. Okay, so they were asking questions on, like, for example, in IIFT last year, in IIFT what they asked here. Okay, so in last year, and this is also more or less it will be on the same pattern only. Okay, so last year the VARC had 35 questions, correct, and the pattern was like +3 and -1. Then LRDI had 30 questions. Again the pattern was +3 and -1. Then QA had some 25 questions. Okay, and the pattern was again +3 and -1, correct. Then GK had 20 questions, and here the pattern was like scoring was like +1.5 and -0.5. Okay, so it's fine that there's 1/3 negative. Okay, but the total marks, if you see, so in verbal the total marks is 105, 35 into 3 105, LRDI 30 into 3 90, QA 25 into 3 75, and GK 20 into 1.5 30. So if you add it, you get total 300 marks. Okay, so 300 marks total IIFT has got. Okay, now in this 300 marks, generally the cutoff for the IIFT Delhi was last year was 138 out of 300. Okay, that was the cutoff for IIFT Delhi. So basically I should say that it's around something around 45 to 46% marks if you score, and that is the general pattern over the years for IIFT. Okay, so 138 out of 300 was the pattern, it was the cutoff here. Fine. So now for the another thing is, how should we attempt this, because IIFT has got no sectional time limit. Okay, when the exam went online last year, no sectional time limit was there. Okay, so how should we attempt this paper? Okay, so basically if you look at the cutoff here, the cutoff for GK is around 5 to 6 marks. Okay, the sectional cutoff for Quant is around 22 to 24 marks. The sectional cutoff for LRDI is again around it is in LRDI it is around 22 to 24 marks. In Quant it's around 15 to 16 marks. Take care. And in verbal it's around 34 to 35 marks. That's the sectional cutoff. Okay, so basically you need to clear off all this sectional cutoff. Okay, to basically get a call from IIFT. Even if you clear overall cutoff, you have to score minimum in all this much in all these sections, right? Okay, so now now in GK, so basically 5 to 6 marks is good, and I think that you can score 10 plus marks easily in GK. That's a very scoring section, right? So you just have to see the last in GK. You just need to see last 9 months, last 8 to 9 months current affairs. Read it multiple times. Okay, that will cover everything. You can pick any YouTube channel. Okay, and you can just cover last 8 to 9 months current affairs. In fact, daily I am taking GK class also at Unacademy. That is in free classes, so you can join me. Link I am posting in this community group. Okay, so last 8 to 9 months current affairs, GK will do the job. Then then in VA, it's kind of a easy, right? A VA paper is mostly easy. The RCs are like very long RCs, maybe some 1.5 pages from an A4 sheet an RC can go. But the questions are fairly direct. Okay. A little bit change was seen in the last year in this pattern, but still it is much easier than CAT. Okay. So much easier than CAT. So CAT se bahut easy hota hai. Okay. Then coming to QA is around, you can just say around 20% level is below CAT. And as सब कुछ सेम रहेगा CAT की जैसे, you need to prepare for arithmetic, algebra, है ना, geometry, it's the same way, right? Same way. In LRDI, it is actually a bit trickier one. With LR being normal, like arrangement puzzles and all, they find sometimes they ask mathematical puzzles, arrangement puzzles. Okay. In DI, they ask high calculative set. Okay, very calculative. For example, they can ask you in DI, let's say for example, this is a bar graph here. So right now the company is earning some, let's say 3, 4, 6, 9 crores, and next year company is earning some 4, 4, 2, 5 crores, है ना? And what is the percentage change from here to that? You need to calculate without calculator, because there's no calculator in IIFT. Okay, so this is how it is very much time taking actually. Okay, so this is mostly overall pattern of IIFT. Okay, so how should we attempt the paper, right? So one thing is how we should attempt the paper. Okay, so how we should attempt the paper. See, this is a general for in exams like IIFT and ZAT. Okay, so there's a general, like there's no sectional limits in both the paper. It's kind of very open paper. How should we do it here? So basically, the first part of the paper should be divided in 105 minutes, as total IIFT consists of 2 hours of the paper, right? The timing is allotted is 2 hours. So 105 minutes you should, and last 15 minutes you should leave it. Okay, because I'll tell you the reason why it is very logical strategy to adapt actually. Now, for example, in the first 105 minutes, what I'll do, so let's say I always start with GK. In IIFT, start with GK. In GK, try to attempt whatever questions you can. Okay, seeing the level, I think the GK section is hardly over in 5 minutes. So in 5 minutes, the full GK section will easily get over. Okay, whatever questions you know, you mark it, otherwise you leave it. After that, you come to VA, because VA is an easy section and very scoring. I told you na, because in VA you see direct vocab question, direct grammar questions, and easy RCs, right? So it's very scoring section actually. But it's very important that we should not we should not give a lot of time so that it affects the other paper actually. Okay, so in basically in VA, the funda is I should give around 30 minutes. Okay, so 30 minutes I should spend in VA and try to maximize my score. Correct. Now, whatever questions are in 30 minutes, leave it. Okay, because that will obviously clear your sectional cutoff. So GK and VA sectional cutoff is cleared, and I hope in 30 minutes you can solve some good 25 questions out of, or 30 questions in VA. Okay. After that, then you come to QA and LRDI. So basically in QA also you give roughly 30 minutes, and in LRDI also you give roughly 30 minutes. Okay, so that's how your 105 minutes are spent. Take care. If you add it, it is around 105. It's exactly 105 minutes, right? Now, after that, you come to last 15 minutes in the paper. Okay. So in the last 15 minutes, now you know that how the paper has went. Okay. Means which section you can give a little bit more time. For example, if you feel that out of this 50, because now all the sectional cutoff is cleared, right? If you attempt like this, all the sectional cutoff is cleared. So there's no issue of sectional cutoff. Now you want to maximize your score in some section. So maybe you feel that let's say LRDI was I can do more questions in LRDI. So you can give like 10 minutes more in LRDI and 5 in Quant. One scenario. You feel that no, I could solve 5 more questions in VA. So you can give 5 minutes to VA and you can give 10 minutes to LRDI, or you can give 10 minutes to VA, or you can give 5 minutes to QA. So that means you can distribute your 15 minutes, that after seeing the paper, you know that where to put that 15 minutes, right? So that 15 minutes is a breathing space. You need to have it, right? Because ultimately you're just seeing the questions, you're solving, you're seeing the question, you're solving, right? So you don't get the idea of how the sections are actually, what the difficulty level. So that's how you should move ahead. In the last 15 minutes, be it flexible, you want to distribute 555 on VAQ and LRDI, or 10-5 or 15-0, completely your wish. Because if you attempt like this 5, 30, 30 and 30, that means your sectional cutoffs are clear. It's a big tension in LRDI. Okay, that is a big tension in IIFT. Many people they don't clear that IIFT because of that sectional cutoff. They score very high marks. They score 150, 160 when the cutoff is only 138, but still they won't get calls, because in GK they may not have cleared sectional cutoff, or in LRDA they have not cleared sectional cutoff, right? So clearing that is a kind of is a big issue, right? So that's how the IIFT paper strategy will go, correct? So if you just try to give some 3 to 4 mocks, guys, okay, so in this 5 days you give 3 to 4 mocks, make this a strategy, a habit, okay, and then you can see that IIFT will be easier than CAT, and you can score very well in IIFT. Okay, so all the best, thank you.